Well, welcome to Chappie's Tiki Bar. We got a great episode today. I'm making pizza, and I'm going to use Alton Brown's secret pizza dough ingredient on my favorite pizza dough recipe. First up, I'm going to show you how I made this drink. It is an Alabama Slammer. I'm going to put the ingredients or the recipe up on the screen. So I'm getting the recipe from my trusty bartender's guide written by John K. Waters. So it's 1 ounce of Southern Comfort, 1 ounce of amaretto, a half ounce of Sloe Gin, and a splash of lemon juice. Now, a lot of people think Sloe Gin is gin, but it's actually not. It's technically a liqueur. It's basically gin that's steeped with sugar, and sloe, that's S-L-O-E, a rouge berry from the blackthorn plant. These berries are related to the plum and emit a dark reddish purple color and are comparable in flavor to cranberries, currants, and tart cherries. So if you didn't know that about Sloe Gin, now you know. Alright, so coming up next, I'm going to go step by step how I make my favorite pizza dough, and I'll reveal Alton Brown's secret ingredient to his pizza. My favorite pizza dough is thin-crust, Midwestern style that you cure the pizza dough. I'm getting this recipe from Kenji Alt-Lopez. So basically, and I'll put all the ingredients and measurements up on the screen as I'm going and in the description. But basically, how he does it, he overproofs the dough for 5 days, and then he rolls it out and then lets it sit out on parchment paper overnight, and that's the curing process. So the curing process is basically drying out the dough a little bit in order to get that extra crisp Midwestern style thin crust pizza. And in addition to that, I'm going to add the secret ingredient, and I'll reveal that as I'm making the pizza. So stay tuned for that, and make sure you wait till the very end where I'm reunited with my little Chihuahua Mookie. So check it out. right, so I'm gonna roll out my dough that's been overproofing for 5 days, and I'm gonna let it sit on the parchment paper for 12 to 24 hours to let it dry out, or what we call the curing process. So I just got a little bit of semolina flour, just to prevent it from sticking to my, I'm gonna roll it out on the peel here. All right, that's pretty thin. We'll get that on the parchment paper there. All right, we're gonna let that sit and dry out and cure for a good 12 hours. All right, so I had my pizza crust cured. Basically, I let it sit out for 12 hours. It looks all dry and leathery. Now, you don't want to let it dry out too much. One time I actually flipped it after 12 hours and let both sides dry out, and then it just completely cracked and it was no good. So you have to have a little bit of moisture, but the whole point of curing it is to get the moisture out, and the added bonus is it's going to slide right off of the pizza peel too. All right, so I'm just going to put the driest side down, that way it slides easily. All right, I think I'll just do a basic pepperoni pizza today. I'm going to be cooking it on a cast iron pizza steel, and I preheated my oven. I got the top broiler on at about 500. So let's get that bad boy in there. So you can see, yeah, that's cast iron, so that's gonna retain a lot of heat. And let's see if we can slide that on. El Perfecto. So yeah, like I said, with the cured pizza dough, it's no problem with the pizza lift off from the peel. I've had a lot of trouble in the past with it sticking to my pizza peel, and that's no bueno. All right, this is gonna go for at least a good 10 minutes. All right, that's looking excellent. It's gonna be a good thin crust, nice and crispy Midwestern Chicago style pizza. All right, it's looking pretty good. Just gonna give it a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. A little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano. And I got some red pepper flakes. Okay, so Midwestern style, tavern style pizza, you gotta cut it into squares. Oh, listen for the crunch. All right. That looks cracker thin and delicious. Like eating a cracker, it's delicious. Thanks for watching another episode of Chappie's Tiki Bar. I'm Chappie and this is Mookie. Make sure you hit that notification bell. What's that, Mookie? Mookie says life is hard. That's just the way it goes. But sometimes it goes the other way. See you next time on Chappie's Tiki Bar.